Has HYBE really lost its grip on BTS? The K-pop world was sent into a frenzy when the rumors of Taehyung's departure surfaced. As the story spread, global fans froze in disbelief. But what truly shattered hearts wasn't just the possibility of Taehyung stepping away, it was the sight of Jungkook, the group's symbol of strength, reportedly breaking down emotionally. While HYBE stayed eerily quiet, armies worldwide demanded answers. How could a company that owes everything to BTS allow their golden lineup to falter? The group that once embodied unity, hope, and global togetherness suddenly seemed fractured. The lack of communication from HYBE only intensified the emotional storm. Fans were left feeling betrayed, lost in speculation. Taehyung's exit no longer felt like a baseless rumor. HYBE's failure to firmly deny the news added to the unease. Confusion reigned. What had started as whispers turned into a thunderous roar of anger, tears, and frustration. The fandom's question became clear: what is going on behind HYBE's closed doors? Hints of this emotional unraveling had been visible for months. Taehyung, long admired for his calm, introspective nature, began to change. In interviews, on social media, even in group promotions, fans noticed a subtle but sharp withdrawal. A gap began forming. A quiet distance that spoke volumes. For a group so deeply observed, even the smallest changes in expression or body language are magnified. And this change didn't go unnoticed. Then came the moment that sent shockwaves through ARMY. During a short but raw live stream, Jungkook looked visibly shaken. His words, "I should have done more. Everything feels too late," hit like daggers. He didn't confirm Taehyung was leaving, but his vacant eyes and subdued demeanor told their own story. Something had broken. Suddenly, attention shifted not only to Taehyung and Jungkook, but to HYBE. How could they allow this? Fans began questioning whether BTS members had ever been given space to grow, or whether they were simply cornered by the company's corporate agenda. Was HYBE too caught up in expansion, acquiring companies, building platforms, playing the global business game, to care for the emotional well-being of its stars? Industry analysts suggested that HYBE is in a precarious position. Though the company has made huge investments across the entertainment landscape, everything still rests on BTS. The group remains its strongest pillar. And if even one of the 7 members begins to crack, the entire empire risks collapse. HYBE's response, or lack thereof, only fanned the flames. Their vague statement, "We support every step of our artists," offered no clarity. Instead, it sparked more rumors, more questions, more outrage. Trusted sources within the fandom began leaking that Taehyung's decision wasn't sudden. It was a long time coming. He had been contemplating his place in BTS for months. Not because he didn't love the group, but because the direction HYBE was pushing toward, hyper-commercialization, rigid frameworks, no longer aligned with his values. Taehyung is an artist at heart. He craves sincerity and creative freedom. Was HYBE stifling that? Meanwhile, Jungkook became the center of emotional attention. His bond with Taehyung isn't just professional, it's deep, brotherly. They've always leaned on each other. So when Taehyung began to pull away, Jungkook's heartbreak was understandable. His golden boy image didn't shield him from real emotional pain. And this time, the hurt ran deep. What made it worse was HYBE's cold, calculated silence. They didn't offer emotional support for Jungkook. Nor did they protect Taehyung from the media frenzy and invasive questions. Was HYBE more concerned with maintaining its corporate image than the health of its artists? Conspiracy theories began to swirl. Some fans believed Taehyung wanted to resign long ago but was bound by contract. Others suggested Jungkook knew but wasn't allowed to speak. The wildest theories claimed HYBE was dismantling BTS on purpose, to cash in on the members as individual solo acts. No official proof exists, but in the absence of transparency, rumors thrive. Now, all eyes are on what comes next. Is BTS truly at a crossroads? Will they carry on with a new dynamic? Or is this just the beginning of a permanent rift? Can the members mend the emotional wounds laid bare? Fans aren't just mourning a possible disbandment. They're devastated because their idols seem to be suffering. Behind the dazzling lights and sold-out tours, there's heartbreak, silence, and solitude. This level of tension is unprecedented in K-pop. Never before has a group of BTS's magnitude reached this degree of uncertainty without a clear explanation. And if HYBE continues to stay quiet, they risk losing something far more valuable than money or fame, the trust of millions. Everyone is waiting for a statement, an answer, a gesture that might restore some peace. Will HYBE own up and make things right? Or will they cover the wounds with shallow reassurances? One thing is clear, this isn't just a story about a group member stepping away. It's an emotional crisis that has shaken the foundation of a global movement. If mishandled, it could become the most painful chapter in BTS's legacy, a story of broken dreams, sacrifice, and lost faith. Still, amid the chaos and viral speculation, it's critical to separate emotion from fact. So far, there has been no official confirmation from HYBE, Taehyung, or Jungkook that anyone is leaving BTS. On the contrary, the most recent agency statement reaffirmed that BTS will reunite after their military service ends. Their current solo activities are part of an individual development plan, not a breakup. The narrative of Taehyung walking out on the group is unverified and without hard evidence. Jungkook's emotional livestream must also be put in context. He's always been a deeply emotional performer. Statements like "I should have done more" are often made in moments of reflection, not necessarily as a response to internal conflict. There's no clear proof linking his sadness to Taehyung's rumored exit. Similarly, blaming HYBE outright is too simplistic. BTS is not just a product of the company, they've grown together in a two-way partnership. The agency has allowed its members significant freedom in their solo projects, enlistment timelines, and creative choices. That's not something every label offers. Taehyung's cryptic posts? They should be seen as artistic expression, not exit signs. He's a reflective person who often shares philosophical thoughts. Fans have misread such sentiments before. He's stated repeatedly that BTS is his home, and that he'll always return no matter how far his solo journey takes him. In today's hyper-connected world, a 10-second clip can ignite an online wildfire. But fans need to resist rushing to conclusions. Not everything is as it seems. And silence, at times, is a form of protection, not abandonment. To wrap it all up, BTS is still together. Taehyung hasn't officially left. Jungkook is still standing. HYBE hasn't failed. What we're witnessing is a phase of transition, self-reflection, and renewal after a decade of global dominance. This isn't the end of BTS. It's the beginning of a new era. One that may look different, but still holds the same heart, soul, and brotherhood we've come to love.